Good morning, young ladies. On this episode, I'll be teaching us the 14 qualities that distinguishes you as a lady from other ladies. You know, there are multitude of ladies in existence. And guess what? You can actually differentiate yourself from the crowd. You can actually single out yourself, your personality, your attitude, your character, and everything about you from the crowd. And how do you do this? You do it by building yourself. You do it by taking time to correct yourself on things that you do that are not really right. There is a prayer I do make sometimes. I said, Lord, make the wrongs in my life right. And it is not only done by prayer, you also have to put some things into practice to make yourself different or to distinguish yourself from other ladies. So let's hurry up to the first quality. The first quality is the fear of God. You know, some people think that having the fear of God in them or being somebody that has the fear of God in her makes you look shabby, makes you look dirty, or deprives you of enjoyment. I don't really understand how they see this, but trust me, it is not that way. Having the fear of God in you means that you know the God you serve, you respect His commandments, you keep to whatever it is that is His directions for your life. The psalmist said, Lord, order my steps by your word, that sin might not have dominion over me. So the fear of God and the level of the word of God in your life does nothing but to direct your life. And it does not direct you to destroy you. It only directs you to build you and to bring out the best in you. Because when you start deviating from that very path that God has prepared for you, you discover that you make a lot of mistakes. You become a disadvantage instead of being an advantage. You become an object of mockery instead of bringing respect and glory to your maker. You end up bringing shame and disappointment to the kingdom of God. So will you choose to have the fear of God today and single yourself out? So the second quality says integrity and honesty. A lot of girls have been known or is known for the amount of lies they tell on a daily basis, even something that you're not supposed to tell lies about, you keep on lying about it, you keep on bragging. And I discovered that the foremost thing that makes people actually lie unconsciously, let me put it that way, is when you actually talk too much. You know, when you talk too much, you don't really know when you will tell story to an extent that you would like to convince your listeners, so you lie about some certain things you ought not to lie about. So the first thing to achieve this very step or this quality of having integrity and being honest, you have to have control over your tongue. You have to have control over the words you speak. Be conscious of every word that comes out of your mouth. With this, I think you will achieve honesty and integrity, that every word you said upon confirmation, it will still remain the same thing that you said. And the third value says purity. We all know what purity means and what purity actually entails. So, having the fear of God, like I said earlier, will also help you to achieve this quality, purity. You know, all these qualities they relate to each other. You have to have this one to be able to achieve this one. So, if you don't have the fear of God, to be pure is going to be a hard work, trust me. But when you have the fear of God, being pure or practicing purity will not be a hard work for you. That is that. Lady, at every point in time, try to put your hands to work, even if it means learning a skill, even if it means engaging a mini business. Just try and ensure that you have something doing that can actually earn you small amounts that you can use to cater for minor expenses. Then The next one is wisdom. They said wisdom is profitable to direct. And in James chapter 3, verse 17, the Bible said that the wisdom from God is first pure and peaceable. It is easily entreated. It is full of mercy and good fruit. So you can see what accompanies the wisdom that God gives. First of all, it is peaceful. Second, it is not easily entreated. Thirdly, it is full of mercy and good fruit. So how many features in one quality? So we really need the wisdom of God, because the wisdom of God is very profitable to you if you get it. The seventh quality talks about organization and management. As a young growing lady, you should be an organized person and not a confused person, because when you are not organized you are confused because you don't even know how to like arrange things. You don't even know how to order things. You don't even know how to place things or how to carry on things. We should have the sense of organization. When something is entrusted into your hands to organize, you should be able to know how to place things, what comes before another. And we should have this sense of management. That is the essence of economics in our various schools, though we should learn it. Management, we are not praying to be poor, but at every point in time, every little thing that is entrusted into your every hand, you should know how to manage it efficiently and still get a better result. And the eighth quality says neatness. They said cleanliness is next to godliness. And neatness and cleanliness, they share the same page, they share the same features. You have to be a neat young girl. Even if you don't have money for that long Brazilian hair, even if you don't have money for that costly Balenciaga or Versace or name it. If you don't have money for such, that little one that you have, even if it's okay tops, okay gowns that you have, just make sure that you wash them properly, you iron them, you don't wear rumpled clothes up and down, you don't wear rough wigs. Even if it's an aesthetic wig that you have, make sure that you apply oil and have it well combed. That keeps you neat as a young girl. Respectfulness. At every point in time as a young growing lady, you should always be respectful. Learn to respect both those you are older than and those that are older than you, because respect itself is reciprocal. So to get the maximum respect you desire or require, you have to as well respect others. As a young growing lady, you have to have a calm spirit and a tongue that is devoid of gossips. I don't know if you've seen people that gossip. These people, at every slightest provocation, they respond in a manner, like in an awful manner. Like you said, you will regret meeting them. Like you will regret stepping out of your house that day. So, as young ladies, we should be coordinated. We should have control over our tongues, the words we speak, even to the words we tell others. You know, there are some words you will tell somebody, and it is better you beat this person than to say such words to him or her. So, we should be very conscious of the words we say, especially saying what you don't even know whether it is true or not. Just you heard that Nkechi said that Amaka did this one and that one, and you've carried the news. You did not confirm it. You have shared, even if it's true. It must not be you spreading the news. So let's learn to bridle our tongues as young ladies. We should be coordinated at every point in time. As a young growing lady, your life should be devoid of insults. No matter the level of provocation, no matter the level of what this person has done to you, It doesn't require insult of any kind. There are other ways you can actually express yourself rather than insulting. And sometimes you might end up insulting somebody who is old enough to even give birth to you. Like someone who is old enough to have a child that is as old as you are, and you end up calling him or her fool, idiot, this and that. Such words should not be seen or should not come out from your mouth as a young growing lady. That is a point or a way you will nurture yourself. That even if this person is beating you, you realize that such words never existed in your life and they will never exist because it can never come out of your mouth because you have nurtured yourself in this very part. So that is what you should do as a young growing lady. As a young growing lady, the 13th quality says that you should be purpose driven. What does it mean to be purpose driven? The purpose driven means you've set out plans, you've ordered your lives. Is it a skill I'm choosing? Is it after learning a skill, I will enter into any institution of learning, or after this skill, I will develop my skill, or I will go to school first. You should have purpose, you should have plan, and most especially you should work hard and ensure that you find out the very purpose of your creation. Like when you discover that one, every other thing becomes easier. But if actually you have not, you self plan your life. There are things you can plan on, how, if it's business you are choosing, how to develop your business, and avoid distraction. Remain focused on anything that you have chosen to do in any field that you have chosen to do, and the Lord will make you flourish in it. And the last but not the least is be an impactful lady, be a model. Wherever you go, wherever your existence is noticed, make sure you create a vacuum there. Make sure you occupy space. Like make sure you influence some things in that very place that whenever you leave that place, your absence will be noticed. Your absence will be noticed, because if actually you go to a place, you stay there for a long time or for a short time, and you go and nobody even noticed that you existed safe, that's very bad. The modern lifestyle or making impact, I mean, doesn't mean you should be a noise maker or you should be jumping from one place to another. What do I mean? You can make impact through your attitude. You can make impact through your communication with others. You can make impact by being accommodative. You can make impact by being helpful. You can make impact as well by being domesticated. Like there are works you would do in that place, and whenever you leave, they will be like, oh, this girl that is doing this has gone, who will do this, that one, and by so doing they miss you. Like they notice that you are now absent, that you are no longer present in that very place. So be that lady that wherever you go, you make impact, people learn from you. Don't be a time waster. Don't always join the crowd wherever you go. Just make sure you make a difference and that you distinguish yourself wherever you go. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please do me a favor and encourage me by liking and subscribing to my page, and as well sharing to others. And the Lord will bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a bunch.